So in this session, let us solve this particular question. Now this particular question is really interesting. I was just going through it also. So here's a question. Lark's operation manager has identified the following alternatives. Which alternatives should be recommended to Lark's management? Now Lark Industries accepted a contract to provide 30,000 units of A, 30,000 units of A and 20,000 units of product B. Lark's staff developed the following information with regard to the meeting of this contract: selling price of A, B, variable cost of A and B, fixed cost 1.6 million, machine hours required for product A is 3, machine hours required for product B is 5, and cost if outsourced it is 45 and 60. Machine hours available is 160,000 machine hours are available. So now on seeing this particular question, what do we understand? What is the limiting factor which we have? The limiting factor which we have is this 160,000 hours which we are having. For example, I am having this 160 hours. I'm for one unit of B it is requiring 5 hours to be taken. So 160,000 divided by 5 is equals to how much? Let me just see how many units I can produce. 160,000 divided by 5, I can produce 32,000 units. But how much is required? 20,000 units is required. So why do all that stuff? So again, 160,000 divided by, let us just take how many products of A can I make, divided by 3. I can make 53,333 units. So I am having enough capacity. Either I can go with in both cases. For example, let me just do this 30,000 into 3. This one is taking 90,000 hours. Remaining how much I have? 160,000 hours, right? So I am having more 70,000 hours which I can allocate to product B. But the question is, which is the most best alternative for us? So what is going to be the best alternative? We have to see from the options. So option number 1, he says that 30,000 make product A and the remaining capacity make product B and outsource the remainder. In the second one, he says 25,000 make product A, utilize the remaining capacity to make product B and outsource the remainder. Option number 3, he says make 20,000 units of product A, utilize the remaining capacity to produce product B and outsource the remainder. This is something does not fitting into my calculation just by reading it. Then rent additional capacity of 30,000 machine hours will increase the fixed cost by 150,000. Why should I do this? This is also not fitting into my calculation. Now this is just with experience I'm saying that it's not fitting into my calculation. Now what we'll do is, first let us just take option number B. Okay, if I'm producing 25,000 units of product A, then how many hours will I take? 25,000 into 3, 75,000 hours I have utilized. 75,000 hours if I am utilizing, how many hours are remaining for product B? It is 160,000 minus 75,000. It is 85,000 I have for product B. So how many units can I produce? Divided it by 5. I can produce 17,000 units. Okay, 17,000 units I can produce for product B. 3,000 I have to outsource only because the demand is 20,000. This one I am able to produce 25,000 units. 5,000 units I have to outsource. So let us just see the economics behind it, the calculations behind it. So if I am making 25,000 units, what is my selling price variable cost? It is 75 minus 30, which is 45. So 45 into 25,000. Let me just do it directly here itself. It is $1,125,000. Okay. Then if suppose I am outsourcing, how much I am outsourcing? 5,000, because 25,000 I am manufacturing myself. So What is my selling price? 75. If outsourced, the cost is going to be 45. So 75 minus 45 is equals to 30. 30 is going to be my contribution here. 30 multiplied by 5000 into 5000, that equals to 150,000. Okay, 150,000 it equals. Now this is with product A. Now with product B, what is happening? 17,000 units I am producing. So 125 minus 48 is my 77 is my contribution. I'll multiply that with 17,000 units. That equals to 1309. Okay, this is my calculation here. Then add on further 3,000 I have to outsource it. So 3,000 I am outsourcing means 125 minus 60, because the cost to outsource is 60. 125 minus 60 is 65. 65 multiplied by 3,000, that equals to 195,000. Let me just erase this. It is 195,000. So let me just add this all. 195,000 plus 1309000 plus 1125000 plus 150,000. It equals to 2,779,000 is my contribution if I'm going with option B. But wait a minute. Let's just do option A also. Na? 30,000 units of product A is sold. So 30,000 of product A is sold means, let me just erase this and make some space for my calculations. There is space above my head, but I'm not able to utilize it. Okay, 30,000 into what's my contribution here? 75 minus 25 is equals to, sorry, 75 minus 30 is 45. 45 multiplied by 20, 45 multiplied by 30,000 units directly, it equals to 1.350. Okay, done. Then the next one is how much for product B. Okay, 30,000 if I am utilizing here, it means I am 30,000 into 3 is 90,000. Now 90,000 hours are used here. How much is the remainder here which I need to utilize? 70,000 I have in number of hours. So when I have 70,000 in out of this 160,000, 90,000 went here, 70,000 I'm having remaining. How many I can produce out of 5? So 70,000 divided by 5 is equals to 14,000. Okay, 14,000 units I can produce by myself, and the remainder I have to outsource it. So now in this case, what will I do? What is my contribution margin, which is 125 minus 48? 125 minus 48 is 77. 77 multiplied by 14,000, it equals to how much? 1,078,000. 6,000 I have to outsource. Now this 6,000 which I have to outsource, just see what is the price which is there for outsourcing. 125 minus 60, which equals to 65, multiplied by 6,000, it equals to 390,000. Now let us just total this up and see how much is it. Is there anything else which is there? 1350000 plus 1,078,000 plus 390000. It equals to 2,818,000. Which one is higher? This one is higher, this one is low. Now, according to my calculation, I do not want to go and see C option, but still, let us just go ahead and just check C option. 20,000 into 45 equals to 900,000. Okay, and then what's the remaining? 10,000 I have to outsource, right? 10,000 into uh 30, it is 300,000. Let me just cross check it once again. 75 minus 30 only. Now, next, what do I have to do? How many hours which I'll be remaining with product B? Let me just have a check. 20,000 into 3 is equal to 60,000. It equals to 100,000 hours I am having. So when I'm having 100,000 hours, I divided by 5. I can make complete product B total. So product B, if I'm making total, 125 minus 48 is equals to 77. Multiply that with 77 multiply with 20,000. So it equals to 1,540,000. Now 900,000 plus 300,000 plus 154,000 equals to this equals to 2,740,000 $2,740,000. So basically it was less than this only. It is less than this also. So my answer goes towards this only. But just see option number D also. Rent additional capacity of 30,000 machine hours, which will increase the fixed cost by 150,000. So here your contribution is increasing. Well, let us just take this also into picture. 135,000 plus 154,000, it equals to 2,890,000. Basically this much is the amount, but the fixed cost is increasing by 150,000 minus 150,000, 274,000. So this is again less than that. So I would want to go with option number A, and that is my answer, which is produce 30,000 of product A and remaining capacity to product B and outsource the remainder. Now to do this one particular question, it took us so much time. And why it took us so much time is because I was explaining you guys. If suppose I had to do it personally, maybe I would have done it in half of the time, but still it has taken that much time. So what I would recommend you guys is to practice, understand these type of questions. This is from marginal analysis, decision making stuff. So I want you guys to practice a lot, and be thorough with all these topics and concepts so that you don't face any difficulty in your examination. So I hope that this particular session was helpful to you. If it was, then drop down a like in the like section, put down a comment in the comment section if you have any, or if you want to join into our classes, then also do let me know. Thank you very much for watching.